Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Twilight 2000, presented by Vorpal Tales. We are Vorpal Tales, and we are your one-stop shop for all things TTRPG. We present both awesome adventures and terrifying tales, and all game types in between. As mentioned today, we are playing Twilight 2000, put out by Free League Publishing. Twilight 2000 is both an awesome adventure and a terrifying tale at the same time, because this is a game focused on survival in a post-nuclear war zone. Your goal, above all else, is simply survival. So, survivors, introduce yourself for the people at home. Let them know your name, where they can find you online, and who you will be playing today.
Hey everybody, I'm Ambrose. My pronouns are he or they. You can find me staring at my cat doing weird things all over the internet at Am Changeling, because it me, Am Changeling. You can also find me on Etsy at Neat & Co Designs. And tonight, I shall be hopefully not dying, but you know, if I do, it happens, as Ivar Ulfson.
I think I'm next. I am Dave. You can find me on Twitter at TwinDeadTweets. Tonight, I am playing Spencer Hayes, and I also hope not to die.
Hello, I'm Kisama. You can find me at Twitter on TrueKisama. And tonight, I will be Special Agent Teehee, who's already dead inside.
Hey, I'm Eric at Modern Recluse Online, and tonight I will be playing Dr. Hans Kaufman.
And I am Steve. My pronouns are he, him, and you can find me online at Voodoo Arcade all over the internet. I will be the referee. Vorpal Tales can be found on Twitter, Instagram, and all over the web at Vorpal Tales. If you like the stories that we tell, please consider checking out and subscribing to our Patreon. Any level of support is greatly appreciated. If you want to interact with the survivors, join our Discord and join an amazing, supportive, and inclusive online community. We wouldn't be able to survive the long winters without our sponsors. First, QU Empire, a small company making original dice and products for your favorite RPGs and card games. Use code VorpalTales for 10% off. Hit Point Press, known for their various reference cards, but also for creating the Humblewood and Heckna campaign settings. Please visit VorpalTales.com, click on the affiliate link, and anything you purchase, a portion will go to the show. And finally, Gemhammer & Sons, an RPG supplement store that has everything from Decks of Wonder to Decks of Illusion to dice. I love dice. Here you can also use the discount code VorpalTales for 10% off. Now that we've paid a light bill, here we go. Ivar, straighten up. Wipe the smirk off your face.
I can't straighten up, sir. I'm too gay for that. Sorry. Anyway.
Well, in that case, situation report.
I'm sorry. When you paid a light bill, I just that got me. That you set the mood. Thanks. All right. We were treated to a reading from an excerpt from Road to War, 1997, though it is very lengthy, so we only got a portion. You'll have to buy the book to read the rest. Ivar and Spencer set up camp while Hans is in the woods dispatching the discarded soldier. They decide on no fire so as not to attract the attention of possible enemies in the area. Then Hans returns. The sullen man looks very, very grim. Spencer asks him what's wrong, and Hans doesn't answer. Dr. Hans sits next to the tank and tries to ward off the ever-encroaching cold. He merely waits to be given his next orders. Spencer makes a decision to go hunting for our unit, and Ivar lends his night vision goggles to the venture. The nightlife consists of 2 rabbits, a fox, and a boar. The hunter attempts to go for the boar. He first misses, but recovers quickly with a critical shot to the beast. Spencer just provided the unit with life-saving nutrients, 10 rations worth. As Hans and Spencer sleep, Ivar takes the watch shift during the night. When daybreak comes, Ivar rides in the tank to recover some sleep as they head the final stretch to the bridge. Spencer's got his keen eye out for any ambush or traps when he spots a mine that he'd missed. Just in the nick of time, the spotter calls out to Teehee for brakes, and the deadly crisis is averted. As they come to the bridge, Ivar and Spencer trade places, Ivar to scout and Spencer to operate the heavy weapons in the tank. A large wall of people formed up at the east side bridge, trying to cross it to the west. Civilians. Ivar looks closer and sees on the west side of the bridge there's a large military presence in the form of giant vehicles and a razor wire. The uniforms on the soldiers walking back and forth are NATO fatigues. Thank goodness. However, these NATO soldiers aren't acting like NATO. They've gone renegade and laid claim to the bridge, only admitting those who offer what they want. Ivar disguises himself as best he can and files in and out as inconspicuous as possible amongst the civilians, intending to warn them. Over the Soviet channels, Spencer, Hans, and Teehee hear the Soviets planning a meet and negotiate with the renegade NATO. It's at this moment that Spencer prematurely fires at the arriving half-tread, plunging the bridge into chaos. Ivar in its flow, Ivar in its flow.
Ivar, thank you so much. So, Teehee, there was one bit of thing I wasn't sure if it was mentioned. Ivar, did you mention the radio transmission that was received?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. So, Teehee, as you are in the tank, you would have definitely been there for that radio transmission. So you definitely heard where that half-track was going and for what reason. That same one that Spencer just exploded, just to be clear on that. So yes, it appears as though this particular unit of NATO units have taken over the bridge in order to shake down anyone trying to cross it, and made a connection with the local Soviet forces to basically hire themselves out as mercenaries. And you just blew up their liaison. As the bridge goes into chaos, we are going to enter combat. All right.
What have you done?
First, I'm just going in the normal order as that I would deal these out. So Ivar, Spencer, Teehee, Dr. Hans. Ivar, initiative 10.
No.
Forget what's better, lower or higher?
Lower is higher. Basically, if you get one, you go first, is the way
Okay.
that I remembered it. Spencer, you get 2 on your initiative draw.
Yeah.
So please choose between 3 and 6.
I will choose 3.
Okay. Teehee. 5. Hoffman. 2. Civilians. 4. Soldiers. Do they get the 1? Do the soldiers get the 1? No, they do not.
I was like, 60, fuck yeah!
All right. So we've got initiative 2, 3, civilians go on 4, 5, 9, and 10. Okay. Initiative 2. Who was that? Is that
I believe
Tiki?
that's me.
Oh, is that Kaufman? Okay.
I don't know what I can do inside of a tank.
So you specifically, not much. You are neither the driver
Right.
nor the heavy gunner, so you could technically be on the mounted machine gun if you wanted to be. But you are, as mentioned prior to the stream, we did the math. We are about, 160 tiles away from the bridge?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just for everyone's at home's edification, this red outlined rectangle is representing the river for us, and the road represents the bridge. There is not a battle map with a river and bridge that worked for our needs. There are a ton of great maps though. Like these maps are awesome. Just we had a very unique situation. Box represents the river, so anything inside that box is water, except for the road, which is in fact the bridge. The tank and 3 of our survivors are located way off the map, 160 tiles away, which is the maximum range of their howitzer. So,
How far are we away?
160 tiles.
Okay. And all right, because the coax gun has a 15 tile range.
So 15.
It's a 15 on.
So just keep doubling the number to find the extreme range. So 15 is 30. 30 doubled is 60. Medium. So medium 30. Long is 60, 120 is extreme range.
Okay.
So, you're about 40 tiles outside of the range of this gun.
Yep. Just in case Dr. Hans wants to get on that gun.
Eric, that makes sense?
Yeah, I can get on the machine gun, put myself in Overwatch. Just if I see approaching vehicles or units or whatever, at least I'll have already a line of sight to them.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah,
Prepare
so
to
you
aim.
jump on the heavy gun, you put yourself into Overwatch, so if anything moves into your front firing arc, you will get an attack on them.
Yeah, this thing swivels, right? Like
It does swivel, yeah. Yeah.
I point first in the direction of where they fired because I feel like that's away from the bridge, and that might be coming up faster than.
That is true. Like
on the
towards the
bridge.
half track is going to be, so if you follow this road, it's going to be going back east, which
I point in that direction primarily.
Okay. All right. Understood. All right. So, Overwatch. Initiative 3.
I aim. I get, I'm aiming the gun and I will fire it on my next turn.
Okay. Yes, aiming a large weapon like this is a slow action, so you cannot aim and fire. So you're putting everything in your front firing arc. Understood.
Yep.
Okay. Initiative 4 is the civilians. Chaos ensues. Massive chaos. So they are going to basically try to start storming this bridge. Something just exploded. So as it's going nuts, like they are rushing. So we're gonna start off with just these two. They're gonna try to rush onto the bridge. Okay. So I gave them some bonuses and then some negatives because there was a big mass of them. And they're basically running and they're trying to like crawl through the razor wire, and several are getting caught in the wire, and several of them are kind of climbing over those people trying to get. So it's just like it's just chaos. It's that sudden rush of people, and just everyone's pushing and shoving each other. You know, one person's shoving another one off the bridge trying to make space. It's a free-for-all down here, and the soldiers are aiming their weapons. They are telling everyone, get back, and just this whole thing is about to devolve, and the civilians are, like I said, getting caught up in the razor wire, but some are getting over, and as they're getting over, the soldiers are able to kind of like push them down for now. They don't have any successes on their close range, but the civilians are trying to take the bridge, not as an organized unit, as one that they're kind of hurting themselves as they do it, but they are pushing the bridge. Initiative 5.
Oh yeah. One fast action to drive 4 tiles forward. Another fast action to drive 4 tiles forward, and that's that.
Okay, so you're 8 tiles closer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good.
Don't get us too close.
Too close now.
Does anyone have a notebook handy by any chance?
Funny you should ask. I do.
Can you keep track of how many tiles away they are?
And how many tiles away are there?
160 minus 8 currently.
152.
52 tiles away. Alright,
All
just,
right.
make sure that since I'm multitasking to be
Yeah.
like, hey Ambrose, subtract this many tiles. And we'll be good.
I have this as well, so 152. Oh, that's not going to work at all. All right. That's now initiative 9. Lots going to happen on initiative 9. So initiative 9, these 2 soldiers going to these 2 soldiers fall back. And these 2 fall back into the same tile, so it doesn't actually do anything. But just for my own knowledge. And those 2 are going to open fire. Wait, hold on.
Always remember, kids, don't open the fire unless you know how to close it.
To live by.
You just see these soldiers go full auto into the civilians that are trying to rush them on the bridge. And multiple hits, firing multiple times. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3 successes with 2 of the ammo ones. So about 3 of these civilian blocks go down. But they are using up ammunition on the civilians. Ivar, you are seeing this. They are massacring the people on the bridge. They just shot probably 30 people.
Oh shit. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. I'm gonna get out of Dodge.
Oh, not quite your turn yet.
Oh.
Because all these people in the back rows have to go. Alright. Let's see if they are able to see you. That's the wrong icon. Let's see, you're gonna have that, but you're very far away. You did just fire an explosion though, so there's gonna be that. So we'll say -1 for the distance, +2 for the equipment, or no, I'm sorry, +1 for the equipment, +1 for the fact that you just fired a massive round. And they do have a success. Okay. So, as this tank is forward and the explosion has gone off, Ivar, you can see that, they've got kind of like a lookout and he's on the binoculars looking, and you can see he's just like, tank approaching from the south to the south, and he's like, he's throwing out the hand motion, and he has a pair of binoculars in his hand, and these units in the back kind of go over and they grab something and they start setting up tubes on the back line. And they're pulling over tubes and crates. And they...
Bazookas?
No, not like tubes. And they're putting them on like
giant spitballs.
Kind of. Actually, kind of.
What?
They're setting up mortar tubes.
Oh. Oh no.
And with crates with mortar shells stacking up. So they're basically making mortar nests. They're going to spend this round assembling their mortars and getting everything set. Initiative 10.
It's time. It is time for me to shine. So, Ivar will, he's going to find cover and do the thing that he does best, is pew pew from afar.
Pew pew from
hiding
afar.
place.
Okay.
You from Fafa?
And you're shooting at who?
These people need the civilians need a place to be, and these NATO peeps are siding with the Soviets. I'm gonna pick off the NATO peeps. Like, they're turncoats, they're traitors. Fuck them.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, no problem at all. So go ahead and go into your character sheet. You're going to go to gear, click your gun.
Wait, I know how to do this. I just gotta
Okay.
get it.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Okay.
I may or may not have had a blank stare on my face just because my mind went elsewhere.
Okay. So here's the thing that I do want to point out. So we did some clarification work after last week, and we confirmed the criticals and how the animal was hunted last week, all of that stuff. So remember your rate of fire. In combat, you might be burning through ammo quicker, but rate of fire is how you do more damage, and the only way you can crit someone is by doing more damage. Okay?
So I have better range with the AK.
Accidentally clicked on mine and threw it into the game window by accident. Sorry about that.
That one's different than mine. It's labeled different anyway. So rate of fire is 5. Range is 6. Mag is 30. REL. What does that stand for? Reload 5. Okay, never mind. I know what it stands for.
Okay.
Clicky weapon.
Okay. And then when you hit your attack, let's see. You are in close range. You're only in
I got a
one
boost,
square.
by the way.
Oh, you have a boost? Okay, so that's going to be a +1 to you for the boost. You're in good range, so no issue there. Let's see. Anything else that might give you a bonus? Not seeing any. The only negative you're going to take is that you're having to shoot through a pile of 10, 20, 30 civilians. So it's not like the cleanest clear shot. So take a total of 1 bonus. So you're shooting this at a +1. And
Wouldn't the civilians negate my +1?
I'm giving you a +2 to your attack total with a -1 from the civilians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Roll.
Use all your bullets.
I was gonna say, do you want to re-roll that with rate of fire increased?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, in this fight, you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna burn through ammo quicker, but you're definitely gonna want to pump out more than 1 shot at a time.
Okay, so do that. Attack, and then rate of fire. Move. Oh, I had it at 0. Good job, me.
That's, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Oh boy.
Alright. So you hit twice, which means you will do a total of 3 damage. Okay? Just by hitting once, your base damage is 2. The extra bullet pumps it up to 3 damage, which is a critical on your weapon.
Oh.
So here's the question.
Wait, the good critical or the bad critical?
Good critical. You have hit the enemy with a critical attack. But here's my question to you. If you only got 2 successes on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 dice.
Oh yeah, also you have a boost for your unbirthday.
Oh, perfect.
Because Rachel is a chaos goblin.
I love that. So allow me to sow some chaos. If you would like to push that roll, you could possibly take out 2 of these enemies with enough successes. So are you going to stick with 1 enemy confirmed dead, or possibly roll for more successes and take out 2? You have a lot of enemies in front of you.
Decisions. You know, I think he would push it. Player goes, no, please don't push. But you know, I'm thinking what my character would think. So push. Oh no!
See,
no!
this is what happens when you fall for the storyteller's trap.
Yes!
Steven.
Yes! Okay.
You lost 2 reliability.
So,
No.
with that, your extra hits are 2. Let's see. This is awesome. Extra hits is 2.
No, it's not.
Alright. You take 1 stress.
Oh no. That's whew.
Your reliability goes down by 2, and you have a weapon jam, which you will need to clear next round.
Man. Wait.
However, with your 2 extra hits, the 2 soldiers remaining on the bridge go down.
Well, at least I did something useful with my weapon jam.
Absolutely, you did.
He's gonna just like. This is just flavor text.
Of course.
He notices the gun jam and he goes, "Fuck!" and then just like smacks it a bit, and then goes to actually try and fix it.
Smack. All right. That was initiative 10. Back to initiative 2.
Okay, we're still not within firing range on the soldiers at the bridge, so I'm just watching our rear until we
Okay.
get there, I suppose.
All right, back to Overwatch to the rear. Got it. Initiative 3.
I fire.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Would anyone like to trade initiative before we start this round? Let's go back to initiative 2.
That's an option?
Yeah.
You can. I believe you can just straight up trade initiative cards. So would anyone like to trade initiative, and would Tiki agree to trade initiative? Because it seems like our 2 gunners are waiting for our driver to move. So
Yeah.
So Kaufman, you have initiative 2, correct?
Yeah.
Would you like to swap for initiative 5 with Tiki?
Sure.
Okay.
So I'm at 5 now?
Yes, so your initiative is now 5, and Tiki, you are to initiative 2. We're going to say this at the start of the second round. So initiative 2, round 2. Tiki, your turn.
Imagine Dr. Kaufman yells out something to the effect of drive faster, and Teehee obliges.
Awesome. You're doing another 8.
I like to drive unsafely. So each
Yay!
action, making a drive roll, and every success is another tile.
Is another
moved.
tile. Okay,
But if I fail, we get stuck.
perfect. Terrain is fairly favorable. Nothing too rocky or crazy. So
Hopefully, he doesn't have the luck of Keys my cat character.
So
Don't jinx me.
I would like to point out that if someone did not have the Twitch up and was just listening to Steve, the joy in his voice is palpable as we make these poor decisions.
yay!
I'd like to push it.
I was going to ask. It's only one success, so you would only be going 1 extra. So that's unfortunate for me. I don't like that. That was should that.
So we move another 6 as 1 fast action, and I believe I can take 1 fast action and then a fast action or slow action, or is it just 1?
I believe we came to the conclusion
Wanna
that you
make
can only do 1 of each. I think is the idea.
Alrighty.
So you moved what, 6, 10? What's your total? How many? With the 2 extra
We have
successes
moved.
from driving.
The 2 extra successes would move with just 1 fast action. It's
Yeah.
6 spaces.
Okay, 6 spaces. All right. Let me double check that.
Or 2 fast actions. Yeah, I can do 2 fast actions.
You can do
Page
2 fast
50.
actions.
Page 55.
Page
you can
55.
take 1 of each or 2 fast actions. So I'd like to take
Awesome.
another driving action.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
Okay, cool. So another 6 total. So we've moved over the whole combat 20 spaces.
Okay. So Ivar, from your current number, subtract 12. What are we at currently?
140 if I
140.
can unmute myself.
140, which I believe is the extreme maximum range of Dr. Kaufman's weapon.
Oh snap.
Nice.
All right.
It's gonna be extreme in that, and it's going to be extremely difficult to hit at that range. That's what that means.
That is true. Spencer,
Yeah.
Tiki is just full throttling this thing as much as he possibly can. You've moved a lot, and it's like bumpy and like going all over the place. But you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire at the group of soldiers beyond the bridge.
Okay. Which hex
That's who-
specifically are you aiming at?
That's a good question. Maybe this one. It's hard to. I don't know if you can see me.
This one right here.
Nope, not that. I'm trying to avoid the road. I'll put myself where I'm shooting.
That sounds like a good plan. I like that. Okay. All right.
I'll move myself back.
Sounds good. Okay. Well,
All right.
how about this? How about you leave yourself on that tile, then I'll know what you're doing, and I just know that you're on the tank.
Cool.
All right. Sweet. All right. So, extreme range, right? Because
well, I don't think it's
30?
extreme range for the cannon, right?
30, 60,
it's extreme.
90.
Okay.
30, 60, wait, 30 to
60, 120.
30, 60, 120, 240.
So long range, 120 to 240.
Is that right? Up to 30 is regular. Up to
Right.
60 is -1.
Right.
60
to
to
120.
60 to 120 is -2. 120 to 240 is -3, and that's as far as you can go.
Okay.
Yeah, so you are at a -3 for this attack, and I believe
Okay.
it is a -1 also for firing while the tank is in motion.
We have a fire control system, so that is negated.
Boom. -3.
I mean, it's still. I don't know what that A means.
The hell is that A?
I don't. Oh, why is it rolling a hit die? It's rolling a hit die. It shouldn't be.
That's
Oh,
weird.
son of a. Stop. I did not want to push that roll. I'm basically just trying to. I gotta reload. This cannon's difficult.
Reloading.
Yeah. All right, now let me see if I can roll this. Why are you telling me there's no ammo left? I just generated ammo.
Reloading again.
Continue to reload.
So don't add a hit die, just roll. All right. Oh wait, I missed because I'm an idiot.
Why?
Well, I forgot. Jesus, this is all right. So
All right,
close
deep
this.
breath. What's going on?
Do this. Attack. I forgot to put the minuses in.
Oh, well, you failed with. If you failed with your
Yeah,
normal,
so I
then
was like,
yeah,
I just didn't want it to add the hit die in because I didn't know if that impacted the roll at all. But
understood. Okay. Well, if you rolled with no negatives and missed, we'll just say that's a miss.
yeah, it is.
Okay.
A miss.
All right. So you aimed at this square, which is important because you
Yep.
just missed a heavy weapons attack. So next, I need you to
What page was
roll
that on again?
page 71, baby.
I was close.
I need you to roll
You
me
were
a
ready to roll
d6, please.
Deviation time. See how many civilians we blow up by accident.
Yep.
It's tentacle punching time.
Oh, is there a tentacle
Come on,
punch?
grab your codes.
Whoa! What just?
Oh.
Punch the tentacles. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that just enhanced. I
Whoa,
don't know
what?
what
Who did
happened
that?
for me.
Is that me?
No, that was me when I. So how do you roll in this one? Like if it's just a roll, is it just roll 2d6? No. Is it hash roll? There we go. A 5 and a 4.
Well, we only needed one.
Oh, I thought you said roll 2.
I
Sorry,
did
Did
not
an
roll
example roll. I wanted to
All right, hold up.
how to
Yep.
roll.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
First
sorry.
d6 determines direction. Second d6 how far.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, so 5.
Oh, roll 2d6s. See where the first determines the direction. Then okay, excellent. So we're doing 5 and 4. You
1,
say
2, 3, 4. So it
5.
just hits these trees over here.
so. If you were aiming here, it is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2, 3,
4.
4, 5. Oh, 4. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
So this tile gets obliterated.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know,
All right.
clear terrain now.
Yep. Well-
Toothpicks and matchsticks everywhere.
But if it had been
Nice.
2, these
Yeah,
poor
I know.
civilians. Okay.
This is fun.
Isn't it? Alright, that was Initiative 3. Initiative 4 is the civilians. These civilians just saw their friends all get mowed down. But they also then just saw this random dude in the this random dude in their crowd just pulled out a gun and opened fire. So,
and then a tank shell exploded near them.
So this is chaos. This is ridiculousness. So, here's what I need. Ivar, I need you to make an opposed roll, please. Against the civilians.
I oppose. How do you?
So, I would like you... let's see. This is going to be, for them, this is going to be opposed command rolls. Okay? You may have a bonus, +1, for having a gun when they don't.
Yeah,
Okay?
they don't need to know that it's jammed.
Correct.
Oh, man. I'm just picturing Ivar like, fight! Fight!
Actually, that's a really good point. They do not notice your gun is jammed.
How would they know?
Bullet sticking out.
How would they even know?
These are people who live in a war zone.
I was quoting TikTok, okay?
Oh. Who would even know? Alright. Alright. So going to be opposing command rolls. You may have a +1 for having a weapon when they do not. They will also get a +1 for reasons.
I said to shoot them.
What is your command?
Did it?
I mean, you succeeded.
Did it? Yes! Which is amazing because I have nothing in command and it didn't have to be.
Well, I think that was like everybody has a no command at
No
all.
one has
That's the
any
problem with
command in this group. So, here's what you see, Ivar. For a moment, all the civilians with their bags and just like the crates they're carrying and just like their personal possessions, like just everything. Like these are people displaced by war, running from their home, and they look at you for a moment, and you can see that there is a sense of this man has a gun. We want that, right? Everyone wants that because it's the deciding factor. Okay, and you can see, like, you have enough command and kind of presence to realize, like, if you can get them on your side, you're safe. If they think you're a bargaining chip to get them across the bridge, you're fucked. And for just that second, they start kind of like debating. So, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 soldiers across a bridge? Or one rando with a gun right here? And they start to turn towards you in an aggressive way. Now tell me, what do you do? Don't attack. You're not attacking them. What's the presence Ivar gives off to take back command of the situation because you won that opposed roll?
So the presence I give is the confidence of a cat walking on my desk.
Perfect.
No. Ivar, he for a moment, he just kind of has that, oh shit. But he doesn't let it show on his face. He just starts to get those sweaty palms, especially at stress at 3.
Shit.
3 out of 4 at that. So yeah, he's those sweaty palms, and he feels it loosening the grip on his gun, and he'll just kind of straighten up a bit, and he's like, I'm a Swedish ranger, and these are the traitors. These are the people who drove you out of your home just to collude with the Soviets and keep you out of it. Now, who's the real enemy here? Who's the bargaining chip?
Okay. Perfect. We'll see the effects of that in just 1 second. Let's see. That was initiative 4. Initiative 5.
All right, that's me. I'm still in extreme range.
Extreme range.
Or are we
But
in-
you are in the maximum range of your weapon now.
Okay. Votes can be used to give a bonus to your roll, correct?
That's correct.
Okay,
no more than 1 vote per roll. So the maximum
Right.
you can give yourself is a +1.
What is my minus if I were to designate a hex of those soldiers with Overwatch at extreme
Ooh,
range?
with Overwatch, so just to fire on a hex in general, kind of like this overall sort of arcing fire with a machine gun like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. That stabilization thing that you mentioned for the tank's main gun, that would not apply for the machine gun, correct?
It's a fire control system, so it just negates the penalty for firing while moving on a vehicle.
For the whole vehicle?
That's what it said. I mean, yeah, that's fairly simplistic. I'll pull it up again. Some vehicle-mounted weapons are equipped with stabilizers. These eliminate the -2 modifier when firing while moving.
Some
More advanced fire control systems have the same effect and additionally remove all modifiers for range. All attacks with such weapons up to extreme range are resolved as if they were in short range. So my attack should have been short range.
Well, that's an
Interesting.
important
Yep.
detail.
That's good to know. It's on page.
Yeah, hit me with that page.
I was like, it's not page 4, 85.
Oh shoot!
It's like a little blurb up in the upper right corner where there's little like tan blurbs.
The fire control system on this tank seems to only be on the main gun
On the
and not
main
on the
gun.
secondary.
Okay.
That's what
okay.
that's what I thought, because that system wouldn't apply to every single.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
weapon.
how they listed under on the main gun. Gotcha.
Yep. Well, that's
Okay.
good to know for your main
Yeah,
gun.
FCS. Okay.
All right. So Eric, Dr. Hans, if you want to fire this machine gun, which does not have a weapon stabilization system, then it would be a -4 for you.
So even with a vote, the best I could do is -3 to a roll.
That is correct.
And this is using what exactly? Strength or
It's heavy.
agility?
It's heavy, but it's mounted, so it should still be Dex, correct? Dex
Agility?
plus
Agility.
Sorry, yes, agility plus heavy weapons. Because it's
Every weapon's done
because
strength, though.
you're not physically carrying the gun. You're using it on a pivot system.
Right.
So
So it's on the range combat, basically. Agility range combat.
no, it's gonna be here. Like, let me look at your character sheet. So you're still gonna roll heavy weapons, so which you have nothing in, but you would get well, your agility is a B, the same as your strength. So for you, it's gonna just be a straight heavy weapons roll. It won't the die wouldn't change at all because you have both a B in agility and strength, and nothing in heavy weapons. So you're basically just rolling a D10 to see how you do.
Well, the -3, I don't. Can you roll? At that point?
The lowest you cannot go beyond a D, so it'll cap out at D. However, I wish to reiterate. Rate of fire. Just spray motherfucking bullets. Just
All the bullets.
as a matter of fact, which gun is that?
The mounted machine gun?
It should be the NSV.
It's Soviet, and it's an NSV.
Yeah. Got a rate of fire of 6.
Where's their M16s? I figure.
Yeah, because the PKM, which is the tinier one, is on the coax, or is on the coaxial mount on the turret.
If I remember correctly, Eric does an excellent impression of guns.
He can fire, but can he reload?
And why couldn't he?
Why add this gun for Eric into his... Oh, I know how.
If I put a gun
So-
in the chat window, can somebody else attack with it?
Eric, I added the NSV to your character sheet for you to be able to use.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Thank you.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, I just want to, if I can, I'll target one of the most populated hexes that I can see from my vantage point. Like, if this is the one where they appear to be, like, organizing the mortars or whatever, put that entire hex on Overwatch. So before they get the opportunity to fire, I wait for them to gather around, and then I open fire on them
Okay.
and rain bullets onto their head.
All right. Sounds good.
So if that's a thing that's happening now, then I'll go ahead and fire.
Okay.
Use all the ammo.
Please insert a magazine.
Yeah, that's the. You gotta click that little edit button. It's so weird.
The edit button to give it ammo?
Yeah, like you click on it, and then at the bottom it'll say generate ammo.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay. Try it again. I get modifier -3. I'll spend a vote. What's my votes?
Yeah, you can up the ammo.
Yeah, I would go really high on the rate of fire.
The ammo. Rate of fire. What's my maximum? 6?
6.
Says the GM who's not to be trusted.
It's like I
Oh,
hit something.
You gotta hit.
All right. So here comes the fun part, Eric. You're saying, you're saying Overwatch. You're just kind of like laying down this big overarching, hail of gunfire going towards these enemies. And this is going to be resolved like direct damage. So you have no chance of deviation. That's good. Okay, so you're not going to be hitting these civilians. However, you hit once, which means your damage is 4. Your critical is 4. If this gun hits, it automatically crits. Tat, correct. However, you just fired a ton of weapons and you've only made 1 success. Dr. Hans, would you like to push this roll?
Do not listen to
No.
him.
Dr.
not that
Hans. Dr. Hans, just think of all the more successes you could have if you pushed
I have
this
to roll
roll.
a 6 to
Right.
get a hit on anything, and I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice.
Mhm.
Is that correct?
Right?
And I
Right.
got 1 success.
Right.
Learn from
if you roll
Evar's
again?
mistake.
Right. So if you push it, there's no way you could get less
Giddy.
successes.
Or a jam, right?
But you'll still get more successes, maybe, possibly.
Maybe.
Do not-
Alright.
Maybe I'll roll all ones.
Do not jam the
Maybe.
weapon.
I know. I'm trying not
We
to.
have other weapons.
All
We
right.
have so many weapons.
So many
What?
more weapons.
Jam a weapon? Nah.
But
you'll
does
be
that
fine.
mean that they're also suppressed now? If I manage to hit insta kill one of their gadudes and like They just have bullets raining down on top of them?
So,
Or would they have to make a roll, or keep it under control roll, or?
so this guy is okay. So you've taken out one soldier, and they are going in fact, going to have to make a roll. Collectively, the soldiers succeed.
Come on, hurry up and drive this thing, Miss Daisy. We need to get closer.
All right, and that is initiative 5. We now jump to initiative 9, which is the enemies. So, Ivar, you are standing amongst the civilians, correct?
Yeah. Well, I had taken cover to
cover?
fire.
Okay. So you're kind of like in cover. You do your little speech, and you kind of get back into position. We're not going to take negatives for doing something cool. Okay. All right. So you're going to have. Where is my DM screen? I have a super dope ass DM screen. Where did I put it?
I would like to point out while you're looking for that that the number for our enemies is 9, which is no in German.
999.
Piggy. Half cover. What do? I don't have my GM screen in front of me. We're gonna say Ivar was able to go into half cover with his fast action, since he's not moving. We have to remember aiming. Okay.
Aim, people. Aim.
For those participating at home, he is our resident rules lawyer, but a very kind and wonderful one. And if you throw a story at him, he'll memorize the rules. I don't know how, but you know.
It is a curse. No blessings here. I cannot use my powers for good. I can only use it for this. Low barrier. Barriers. Barrier. Wire. Divided hexes. Crossing barriers. None of this is half covered. I can tell you what a brick wall's armor level is. I cannot tell you what half cover is. I think it's just cover, but you have to duck under it.
Well, because I'm pretty sure you can duck in and out of cover, and it's supposed to give you like, it's armor, so it's damage negation. I'm pretty sure, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it? Probably armor 2 for half cover.
Depending on the material, if it's a brick wall, that's armor 2. If it's like a couple sandbags, that's 4 or more.
Okay.
If it's just like barbed wire, there's no armor.
Okay, so you are able to duck behind like some sandbags and things like that, like some of that initial barrier that had been created to block people off from covering the bridge. Just, you know, some general cover. You kind of like take as much as you can. So you're going to have an extra armor of 1 when this attack comes in. That means that any individual shot that hits you, it's going to be taking 1 less damage. Okay? You'll be taking 1 less damage.
Okay.
Which is great, because these guys see that you're the guy with the gun.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Steven. No, I'm just kidding. Hurt me.
Oh, this is gonna be really bad.
Just know that my cat is judging you.
That's okay. The first attack against you. Ooh. Oh no!
What have you done?
Hits you for 2. Hits you for 2 damage. Are you wearing any armor?
I have my flak jacket and my helmet as well.
And how much armor does the flak jacket and helmet provide you?
Rating of one of one.
1 of 1. Okay. Then in that case, with your cover, you take that first barrage of hits, and you duck back just in time as concrete blows into your face and kind of scrapes you a little bit, but you actually negate both damage dealt to you. He only hit you once. That's only 2 damage. So your
That soldier
armor
burned almost a full clip at you.
There's 4 of them.
I'm gonna stay behind
Nope,
cover.
that is not the button I wanted to press.
Weapon jam!
That is not the button I meant to press.
Weapon
Apologies.
jam. Weapon jam.
It's not
weapon
the button
jam.
you meant to press, but it's the button you deserve.
It's the button I deserve. Correct. Okay. The second soldier fires. Now you have to hit on one of the base die to still hit. Is that right? The ammo die. Is that correct?
Pardon?
When you're shooting with rate of fire, you still have to hit with one of the base die in order to hit. You can't just rely on the ammo dice. Is that right?
Referee, can I have a cover real quick?
Of course.
Thank you.
Take cover.
I asked because things could get really bad if you only need the ammo dice. Raccoon, I also tend to lean towards rule of cool, but I'm trying to push my envelope with this game and do as many of the rules crunchy as possible.
If your attack misses, rolling 1 or more bullets on your ammo dice mean that the target can still be suppressed.
Can still be suppressed.
Figured it out. Yeah.
Awesome.
You did
there
not
we
hit,
go.
but bullets are everywhere.
Bullets are everywhere. The second person is spraying bullets all around you as much as possible. Give me coolness under fire.
Can't afford to lose any more stress. Coolness and fire. Having a brain fart. What was that one again?
That is going to be under
Empathy, right?
which is if you just click to your combat tab, you have a coolness under
Oh, combat.
fire.
Oh, that's right.
We've
Oh,
never
my
really
knee.
used it because we've never really needed it, considering the last big combat we had turned into the juicer. So
yeah, that was so good. Do I add the unit morale?
you just click coolness under fire for right
Do
now.
I have any modifiers?
Actually, wait. I think you do add the unit morale. Do you add the unit morale? Just click
Yeah,
coolness
we
under
have-
fire and see what happens for right now.
Ooh. Okay. Ah!
Well, regardless, you succeed. Of course, I got that up the moment he came back. Aha! All right. So, okay. Here we go. Ivar. That first person shoots wildly, goes to actually, you can tell had like a perfect bead on you, but you got back in cover just in time as those bullets that were aiming for your head, splash into the sandbags, and you get that spray across your face. The second person is just shooting wildly as the bullets go over your head. They're never really a threat to you, but they're enough to make you kind of think twice about moving. But this third one, as the sandbags are getting blown away, this third guy pops up as well. and just again, they're going full auto on you as much as they can. Pop, 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 pop. This is just a insane barrage of ammo being dumped at you right now. And as you're like squirming, trying to not get caught, your arm comes up over your cover and just goes right into you, and you recoil from the pain jutting through your arms. 3 damage dealt to your arm, which means...
Do you fall down?
Hold on. But you currently have 2... You currently have 2 armor, correct? 1 from the cover and 1 from... Okay. So that 2 becomes 1 damage. Please mark 1 damage. If you did not have your armor right now, that would have been a critical. So far, these 3 soldiers have dumped upwards of 60 shots at you and have only dealt 1 damage, as they just cannot seem to hit you. But
Call me Ivar the Ghost.
But there's a 4th.
Take cover behind the civilians.
They went to the Imperial Sharpshooter Academy.
I mean, I'm rolling everything in out in the open. Like, these guys they're only hitting like 1 or 2 successes on 6, 8 dice. It's hitting is hard in this game with that 6 target number. So, I mean, that's the thing. If you want to be doing critical damage in this game, you've got to eat through ammo quickly. Alright, here we go.
Evan, stop giving boosts to the
Oh, I have
storyteller.
boost? I have boost. I have a boost. I got a boost earlier. That's right. I forgot.
Kevin
And
Sullivan, you're sleeping on the couch
I
tonight.
have 2 boosts.
Thank you.
I have 2 boosts, which means I'm going to use 1 for my final soldier attack on Ivar. Ivar, go ahead and just gonna add a +1 to that. Gonna jack that rate of fire up to 6. Gonna roll that.
I would just like to point out that Spec 206 redeemed Banish the Elder Gods.
Okay, we've
So
got to
there.
banish the Elder Gods. Okay, alright.
Yeah. I mean, Ambers, you could always pay sort of Sully back on Friday night.
But I seem to remember this fight also having a summon the Elder Gods from a certain Spank My Betty that we needed to really...
Yeah, but it's been squashed now, right? Right?
Sure. No one else has done it. But this 4th guy really wants to hit you. And he gets
Oh, no.
a solid 3 damage on you. But he sees
God.
that you have cover and armor. And he knows that you're suppressed, you're being fired on, you're trying to get out of the way as much as possible. And he lines up and he just falls to the wall. Old school. You just... get some! Brrr, and just keeps firing.
Weapon jam. Ooh, headshot, though.
You know he'd like to hit that. Boom. Got him. Oh no, I did a pun. Boom, got him. Get it?
The total damage
Is death.
1, 2, and 4.
I think Dr. Hans can put you back together. I have faith.
I don't know. After Ivar was like, nah, we gotta leave dead weight behind.
What's that? You took a head wound, did you? Oh, I'm so sorry. You're not covered.
Not within your plan.
Sorry, is that covered by your health insurance? No.
I mean, you are Swedish. Don't they have pretty good health insurance, don't they?
Well, I mean, now they do. I don't know if they did back then.
That's true. It's true.
It was, oh my god, that was like 22 years ago. Holy shit. I feel old.
I mean, could go the orc route and just staple an iron plate to your head. You'll be fine.
Alright. He unfortunately does not increase really the total amount of damage that he does to you. Take 1 more damage, but no critical. As your armor continues to soak up, the bullet almost hits your elbow bone and just kind of it almost deflects off the bone. As it had to go through the sandbag and then off your elbow. And you bring it back down, so it's not a direct hit, but it's enough that your elbow is just in massive amounts of pain. But not one of them...
just had sympathetic funny bone pain.
Ow. Not one of them hit you for enough damage to crit you because of that extra ant armor that you took.
Holy crap. Oh wait, that was a headshot though.
Oh, sorry, the last guy hit you in the arm. I apologize. Well, I'm sticking with... The other guy hit you in the arm. You've been hit by 4 different people. So... that's
my helmet and my flak jacket are doomed.
Yeah, so... As that third soldier hits you in the arm, you roll and you hit it again, you lean up, and then right then you hear the come off of your helmet. So just every time you move, no matter where you are, you're just getting pelted with bullets. But they just dumped a lot of their ammo on you. So, alright. That was Initiative 9 for the people shooting Evar. Initiative 9 for the other people is going to be a little bit different. I've got 1, 2, I've got 4 here. Here we go. The first person lines up their tube and takes a shot. Obviously, they're going to have to take their negatives for being extreme range.
Are they shooting at the tank?
Hold up.
Oh, yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
How can they see the tank?
You're a tank driving towards them.
We're also extremely far away.
We
You're-
can see them.
we can-
They see
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Like
We also have the benefit. Okay, that's fine.
we
We have the benefit of like rangefinders and such. That's
Well,
why
they
I
had
was
a
just
guy
curious.
with they had binoculars, and that he was
And
calling out
also-
tank from the south.
Why is their range 75? That seems ridiculous.
Mortars shoot a
Uh.
long way.
I mean,
They arc up and over. You can
yeah.
go for miles, yeah.
So-
you had a question, Hans?
Yeah, so I'm in Overwatch, which means I can go whenever. So if I can interrupt the flow of initiative if I need to. So if I see them setting up, and I specifically wanted to cite the hex where they're setting up like the mortar where they're congregating around, so that way when they begin working on trying to fire the mortar, I can then shoot as many of them as possible. So if I have the opportunity to shoot, I will shoot, and I'll take whatever other additional actions I can to aim and then fire on them.
Okay.
So I have Overwatch.
Okay, then I apologize. I misunderstood what you were saying. I thought you were saying that you wanted to just shoot at that time the squares where you could see mortars being assembled, and that's what I had you do. You took out one of the soldiers with a mortar tube.
Oh, okay.
So I do apologize. So I guess so because multiple of them are going to have mortars, I think is kind of the point here. So are you okay with knowing that you killed one of the people that was going to be shooting mortars at you?
Sure.
Okay, I apologize then. If you're going to do that in the future, I can hold your action until they start to do the mortars, and then you can fire if that is what you would like to do. I'm very sorry about that. Okay. Okay. Alright, here we go. They're gonna fire. Oh, so I don't need to do that. Okay. Alright, good to know. Ammunition spent 6. No. Okay. Alright. Understood. Got it. Trying to figure this out. Alright, so the first one comes off, and they miss. We're going to say that because there's no one near you, we're not going to worry about their deviation. It's not like they're going to hit, hit the civilians. So first attack misses. That's 1. And then the other one's going to go. 1, 2, 3. Negatives. Roll. Also misses. And then the third that would have normally gone, one of the operators is dead, so that person's not able to set it off. So you can tell that there are basically 3 mortar nests, and Dr. Hans had killed someone operating the third one, so it's not able to go off this round. Okay? Alright. Basically think of it this way. People in the center shooting machine guns. This tile, and this tile are your mortar nests. Okay. That was Initiative 9. Initiative 10.
That would be Ivar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was trying to unmute when I picked my mouse up.
So, Ivar, I do apologize. I meant to tell you earlier. You got shot at that many times. I need you to roll 2 more coolness under fires.
Oh, shit.
Because you were hit 2 more times.
Okay. Any modifiers and add unit morale or no?
I'm going to say add unit morale. I believe that's the case. You can correct me if I am incorrect on that.
Oh, no.
That is a failure. Would you like to push? Yeah, you cannot push coolness under fire.
You can't push stress. Yeah, I don't think you can.
I don't think you can.
Because you can't do it in
Yeah.
Alien either.
Okay, then your second roll is unnecessary. You are suppressed because you've just been peppered with all of those. You are not able to take any actions this turn.
Oh, I've been rolling this whole time with sleep deprived on.
Turn that off because you are not sleep deprived any longer. All right.
Okay.
So Ivar, you have been just assaulted by these soldiers. And again, you've taken 2 damage, but you did not take a critical. However, you are pinned down. You are suppressed by them. All right, back to Initiative 2.
Where's the mark for that? It's not on combat, is it? Suppressed. Bio? No. Or is it just like a keep it in your head that you're suppressed?
I think it's a keep it in your head, maybe?
And does that mean I add that 4th and final stress?
I don't think coolness under fire causes stress. I think it just
Oh.
makes you take a turn.
Oh, okay. I'm fine with that.
If you fail a coolness under fire roll, you are suppressed, which means you immediately drop prone, suffer 1 point of stress, and lose both actions on your next turn.
Go ahead and take that
To
point of
indicate
stress.
you are suppressed, place a suppressed marker on your token on the battle map. After your next turn, you are no longer suppressed. Remove the marker.
Okay.
And if you were suppressed with any allies nearby, all friendly fighters in the same hex also need to make coolness under
Coolness
fire
fire.
rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Where's token? Or does the referee handle that?
All right. We'll just handle that.
Okay.
Let's see.
And I am up to full stress.
Excellent. All right. Back to initiative 2.
We're gunning it. Driving 6 spaces in one action,
Okay.
and another 5 spaces in another.
That's awesome. So subtract another 11 from our total number.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
129.
Okay. Initiative 3. I'm waiting for you
Did
to
we-
fail one
did-
of these rolls, Key. I swear.
We drove, right?
Yes, Key has moved another 11 squares closer.
Nice.
All
All right. I'm going to fire the big gun.
Okay. I only asked this because I want to know the rule myself. You have to reload that gun.
I honestly don't know because it's got I would assume it's got some sort of autoloader, being that it's a modern tank.
That would make sense. Okay.
I mean, I've never driven a tank
know what?
before in my life, unfortunately.
I will buy that. I know, right? That would be awesome. I'll buy that for $1. You do the slow aim, and then you do the fire, and then okay, that's fine with me. Go ahead, yeah. And remember, you don't have any of those negatives because you've got the stabilization.
Yeah.
So which
All right.
unit? So which hex are you aiming at?
These jerks back here that fired a mortar.
Yep.
Those guys.
Okay.
I don't like them. All right, so I'm just gonna roll. I don't know why it rolled a hit die, but I hit.
Are you? No.
I'm just
no.
not unchecking the hit location
That's fine. Okay.
die. I got a success.
You got 1 success. Okay. That is a lot of damage.
Yeah, 11.
So when that hits, they don't get like us. There's no mobility or anything. They just take it, right?
I think so. I mean, it's kind of like with the mortars, I guess.
I think so. Yeah. Heavy weapons do not use ammo dice. Generally, heavy weapons. Oh, this is gonna. We'll kick this in next round. Generally, heavy weapons must be reloaded after each shot. This is a slow action, and no roll is allowed to reload faster. Reloading can be done by another person, or a loader, or an auto loader. If a weapon is equipped with one, see Chapter 5. So check to see if the tank has an auto loader. If it does, no big deal. If it doesn't, we'll just start doing that next round, okay? Explosions. The blast effect is indicated in the weapons list. The effect of the explosion are in addition to any direct damage rolled for separately, not affected by your thing. Okay. 11 damage. We're just going to say 11 damage because fuck it. Those guys don't make it.
So sad.
Adios.
So the rear artillery crew is taken out by one of Spencer's well-placed tank shots.
How many was that again? 7? Did you say?
7. No, 1 mortar crew. So two soldiers were in that square
Oh, okay.
that have been taken
Okay.
out.
I don't know why my brain said 7. Thought you took out 7 guys. I was like, yes.
No, not 7. Not 7. All right. Okay. Anything else on your initiative, Spencer?
No, because I can't shoot anything else.
Okay. Alright. Initiative 4 is the civilians. They're panicking from all of the shots being fired in their area. They are also suppressed. So nothing from them. To Initiative 5.
Me. Are the other soldiers, like, staying cool after their friends just got turned into spaghetti sauce by the
Excellent
125 millimeter cannon?
Eric, I appreciate your questions very much. Let's take a look.
Oh,
Matt-
you know what kind of juice they are now? Do you know? They're
What?
tornado juice.
Ah, outstanding. Pretty sure that joke is a hate crime somewhere in Europe, but I'm just gonna let
Somewhere.
it fly this time.
Eric, what an excellent question you asked, because no, they are absolutely not cool under fucking tank fire. So you see the NATO forces that are holding this bridge just start to panic.
Cool. I shoot at them.
Okay, excellent.
Overwatch.
Okay, so I just want to clarify. Are you overwatching that you want to hold your action until they do something, or do you want to...
Until they do something.
Okay, alright, because they're not going to do anything
Eric wants
this
to
round.
shoot at them while they're fleeing. Dr. Hans is like, if they try to shoot at us, we will shoot back.
Okay, so just so that you can make the most tactically advantageous decision, you are Initiative 5, right?
Yeah.
They are Initiative 9. Okay? They are suppressed this round by the tank fire, which means they will not move. They can take no actions. So if you overwatch and you only shoot if they do something, you are not shooting this round.
That's fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So, okay.
Mhm.
Alright, cool. Then you hold off this round. Initiative 9 comes. They are suppressed. They can't do anything. Ivar, your suppression goes away. Because you lost your last round, which means it is your turn. It is Initiative
That came
10.
about
All of
so
those
fast.
all of those NATO soldiers. I think we're kind of getting a vibe for what we're doing in this fight. So, all right. So Ivar, it is your turn. All of the NATO soldiers are currently suppressed, and you just saw an entire mortar unit just go up in a blaze of explosion.
I feel very encouraged at this moment.
Okay.
Apparently. So, just since it might come up, what happens if I earn a 5th out of 4 stress? Like, how does...
Okay. Now that you've mentioned that, so you cannot earn more stress than you currently have. However, now that you have max stress, you do take a mental trauma.
Okay. Give it to me.
You have earned a phobia. You have a phobia of bridges.
Okay, I laugh because this is a game. But I do know someone who has a genuine phobia of bridges, and it makes life miserable.
Oh, I'm sure. I do not mean to...
Oh no, not
Yeah.
no. That was me commenting on my. I might be laughing because it's a game, but IRL, that phobia sucks.
It
and
does,
is
absolutely.
No joke. Okay.
I may very well have that phobia personally. I've had an accident on a bridge and I laughed, so I think maybe it's okay. I don't know. I don't speak for all people who are scared of bridges.
Aw, Key. I give you a hug.
Very sorry. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm over it.
Okay. Really undercuts what you said. Fuck it.
There's pictures of my car afterwards. It's not pretty, but like,
Oh no.
eh.
That's crazy.
Big oof.
All right, so you have developed the mental trauma of a phobia of bridges, which I do not know the official term for. I will look up what happens if you continue to take mental stress. I assume it's terrible. I don't know for certain. You may just keep accumulating traumas.
Okay.
If anyone wants to look up what happens if he doesn't get rid of some of his stress.
Yeah, how am I going to get rid of stress in the middle of battle?
You're not in the middle of battle. Okay. Oh my gosh. The puns in chat. However, if I were you, I'd be more concerned with the fact that you've only got one hit point left.
Yeah. Ivar is gonna try and find better cover.
Okay, so you just want to move, get away, and just find cover?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take the fast action of moving. Which tile do you want to move to? Imagine again that there's maybe some people drove their cars here, so maybe there's a random car or something you can find, stuff like that. But just, imagine a center where there's all the things I've discussed, all the extra people and crates and sandbags and just stuff and things. So just tell me what general direction do you want to move in?
Well, where am I right? Okay, there he is. So I'm moving my token to this spot, and let me know if that is protection or if it's just shrubbery.
If you're looking for full cover, you can.
Yeah.
You just won't be able to pop up out of full cover and shoot next round. My understanding is you're just trying to get cover away from them. You're not trying to engage them at this time. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's with only 1 health left.
Yeah. Okay.
Question
Sure.
on the grenade launcher on one of my guns.
Yes.
Can it fire up and over without me having to leave cover, just like random fire?
I will.
That question's open to anybody, by the way.
So normally to blind fire, you need someone with line of sight to tell you kind of where they are,
I have that walkie, and it was only down to where I couldn't hear the volume. I could turn it back up and be like, oh, yes, when I find cover, if it doesn't take an extra action, I would like to turn that walkie back up and tell them of my situation.
Okay. So you move your 2 squares, you take cover, you turn the walkie on, and you start yelling into it just as quick as you can. I think technically talking is a fast action in this game. Talking is not a free action. So in order to relay information back to them or to ask for information, you'll have to wait for your next turn.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
All right. But you have moved and you have gotten into a safe position. Awesome. Back to initiative 2. Where's my driving rules?
He takes a lunch break.
A lunch break?
No, I'm kidding. We're driving. This is.
I could see
There's
him
no
doing
time
it,
for
though.
lunch.
See him eating while driving the tank.
Empathy of a D6. Just stop for lunch. Yeah. This
Okay.
driving is making me hungry. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I
Okay,
mean,
that's still a
on,
success.
on your initial roll, that's still a success. That is crazy that you have gotten straight successes. Okay. All right. So, 1 extra hex for this one, so 5 hexes. Wow.
And yeah.
And then 7 and 8, so 4, 6, so 6. Another 11 hexes, Ivar. Okay. What's the total at now?
118.
118. So, Dr. Kaufman at initiative... Nope, sorry. Spencer at initiative 3. You're at 118 hexes away.
Okay. So Google says the T64 is an autoloader. There's nothing in the game rules that actually talks about autoloaders except that paragraph that you found that talks about things having autoloaders.
Then we will trust the mighty Google and say you have an autoloader.
And the M1 Abrams does not because it has a crew of 4. The T64 has a crew of 3, which is why there's an autoloader.
Okay.
According to all that nonsense. So yeah, we're gonna.
Today I
shoot some
learned.
People. Yeah, today I learned a thing. We're
Eric's
gonna
like,
shoot some people.
yes.
These guys with machine guns still being dorks, or are they?
Oh yeah, they're just freaking out by the fact that their friends just got obliterated. So yeah.
Yeah, sure. We'll fire there.
Okay.
We'll try to fire there.
Firing there.
Check that thing. Pow! Got a hit.
All right, you got 1 success, which means that this core of 4 took 11 damage each.
The juicer prevails. Once more.
What the crap?
Those guys refuse to die.
They do. All right. Another massive group goes down from that explosion. Initiative 4, the civilians become undeterred.
Civilians are like, we're going for it.
And they're going for it.
Just running into the hex full of juiced people. I'm sorry, what did you call them, Ambrose?
Tomato juice.
Tornado juice?
Tomato juice.
Those civilians start to storm the bridge and go across. All right. Initiative 5. Hans.
I don't think anything's changed, but if I see any of those soldiers start turning their weapons towards the civilians, they're dead. I'm just opening fire on them.
Okay, understood. All right. Which means initiative 9. All right, so one of them what do they do? What do they do? Ooh, what's gonna be? You know what? There's been a lot of positivity in the chat today. A lot of banish, a lot of punch the elder gods, things of that nature. So these soldiers do not turn and try to do anything horrendous to the civilians. The civilians are going to be able to pass through relatively safe and that nature. So there are, however, this mortar nest still there, and the soldiers are becoming, well, that one just screwed down, so they've got to, I'm assuming if you're already suppressed and then another thing next to you dies, does that, like...
I think the cool under fire rating goes down, doesn't it?
Does it go down? How does it work if you're already suppressed and you see a friendly take fire? That's...
Like, they lost more than half their numbers, so...
Right. I think it's the morale that goes up and down. So...
The group morale, sorry,
The group morale, yeah. Alright. Well, I'm gonna do this, just to see. They don't make it.
Cool, now we have a mortar too. Thanks what that means.
Alright. Initiative 10, Evard, is your turn.
All right. Yeah, so I am in cover. Oh, yes, that's right. I was going to communicate with my crew what was going on.
Yes.
So Ivar's going to turn up the radio because there's no point in staying stealthy anymore. He's just going to be like, I've taken a lot of damage, and this is going on. He describes the entire scene. And also he adds, bridges are evil. Bridges are terrible. And we have to find another way. Which I know is exaggerating, but, you know.
Okay. So you get that communication over the radio. All right. Anything else?
He's going to add that if anyone has line of sight, tell him where to aim the grenade launcher because he's not leaving cover
Okay.
unless he has to.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, then we're back down to Initiative 2.
Teehee isn't going to respond to the radio. He just kind of grunts as he keeps gunning it in the driver's seat.
Okay.
As if to say to someone else, like, they get it, without spending time to make the sentence. Too focused. Oh. Okay. So the first one almost failed, pushed it. That's one success.
That's an agility-based.
That's an agility-based one.
So, as you're you're pushing forward, ramming up, hitting, you hit this big bump for some reason, and when you land, one of the levers for that jams right into your ribs, and you take 1 point of damage.
Play it. Just push it more. Drive.
Okay.
Drive.
You do it again. Nice.
Another one success roll.
That's actually 2.
2?
You remember, 10
10 or higher.
10 or higher is counts as 2 successes. So that's actually 6 and 6. Yeah, that little 2 in that box is your number of successes.
All right.
So another 12 hexes closer. You're continuing to close that gap. Ivar, subtract 12 from the tank number. Initiative 106. Spencer, you're muted.
What is this fella doing right here? The one I just put my... Yeah, that guy.
He was setting up with the third mortar that has never gotten to fire at you, because his teammate died, which means he would have taken another round to set it up, and then he's been suppressed ever since.
Okay, but we're really far away. Like, I don't think the machine gun's gonna get him from here. The PKM has a range of 8. How far away are it's like 8, 16, 32.
64.
128. What's the max you can go? 3 ranges?
3 ranges up. So up from 0 to the number on your sheet is close. And then
to 8.
And then it's up -1, -2, -3, and that's the farthest you can go.
So, okay, so 8 to 16 would be -1.
16 to 32 is...
Yeah, 17 to 32 is -2, and then 33 to 64. And we're how far away now?
110, I think Ivar said.
Okay, so we're way outside of range for the coaxial machine gun, and I don't want to waste a tank round on one dude. I shout words of encouragement.
Okay. How many tank rounds do you have left?
I think this thing has like 32 or 27.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll double check.
Sure.
We have enough for this fight.
Okay. All right. Then, if we're holding our action for that, then we are to Initiative 4, which is the civilians. They're just running. They're bolting. Civilians leave the fight. They are safe, but they leave the fight.
I was hoping they'd turn on those 2 NATO guys back there.
Yeah, I was waiting for that moment. Like, oh, they're suppressed, and here comes the mob. They're gonna.
Yeah, here comes the angry mob.
I mean, that's fair. You know what?
I mean, yeah, if they run, they run. I was just like,
No. Actually, I'm going to take that back. So, as the mob continues to push through the thing, that is exactly what they do. They see the suppressed NATO soldiers, and they begin to just overrun them. They overrun them. They strip them of whatever they've got. They kick, they beat, and they kill these last 3 guys for you. It is nasty. It's bad. So remember I said that there was a total of like over 20, and there were some jeeps, things of that nature. The majority of those guys, after the tanks started going off, those have bolted. So a lot of the equipment things that I mentioned here is kind of starting to run away. Things like that scatter, disperse, and it's moving fast. In all of the chaos, a lot of that gets away. There's still some stuff here for you to get, but for the most part, everyone has scattered or been killed. So we will fast forward slightly. And the tank approaches the bridge. You have successfully secured the bridge leading out of Kalish.
I mean,
Oh,
secured's a pretty bold term for 4 people in a tank.
right. In the moment.
Lock it down.
And before going through some of the extra containers of weaponry and what was on these soldiers, and unfortunately the 20 to 30 civilians who lined the bridge dead after the fight, we're going to call it there. And next week we will pick up in the aftermath and see, 1, what you do with this site, and 2, how you wish to continue on past the bridge closer to your destination. Eddie's all. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, start a fire, and bundle up. It's going to be a cold night, but we need the shut-eye. If this tale of struggle and survival grabbed your interest, please follow Vorpal Tales on social media to discover your next awesome adventure or terrifying tale. You can also find us at vorpaltales.com for full calendars, retellings, and more. Intel can be obtained at our Patreon for those who enlist in the fight for Vorpal Tales. Survivors, it has been a pleasure fighting with you this evening. Please remind those at home of your name, your handle, and where they might find you online. For those... Nope, apologies. I skipped right over where I'm supposed to go. Apologies. Remind those at home of your name, handle, where they might find you online.
Hey everybody, you can find me online at amchangeling, because it me, amchangeling. You can also find me on Etsy at Neat & Co Designs, and you can find me here again on a day. In Belial's Brood on Thursday afternoon. I will be late to that game due to work. However, I will be there. So, be there or be square. Or, if you don't like vampires, that's fine. You can tune into something else.
Hey, I'm Dave. I almost forgot it was my turn. You can catch me on Twitter at TwinDeadTweets. You can catch me here next on Vorpal Tales at 8 p.m. for Mecha Hack and Taco Tuesday. And then Friday for Mexican Author Tip. And check out the Belial's Brew game. It's awesome.
Hello.
And I got a cover.
Hello. I'm Kisama. I've been tank driver Teehee. And next time you can find me is in 45 minutes for Mecha Hack. It'll be a blast.
Hey there, I'm Eric at Modern Recluse Online, and tonight I played Dr. Hans Kaufman. You can catch me again next week on Monday for Dark Sun.
Awesome. And And again, my name is Steve. I've been your referee for today. My pronouns are he, him, and you can find me online at find me online at Voodoo Arcade. Aha. And for those of you who stayed on watch all night, let us know which survivor you most wish to continue on by casting your vote for them in chat. Survivors, please vote for your favorite squad mate for the evening. This does not need to be your assigned buddy. Both viewer and player votes count as a +1 to any role in the future, though you may only spend a single +1 vote on any one role. Survivors, cast your vote in the normal order.
Oh, jeez. Shoot. Well, I'm gonna give it to Teehee for that expert tanking. That was just... I mean, so, like, Hans and Spencer did amazing with eliminating enemies. But my god, those successes on that tank driving.
Right?
Guess I gotta give my vote now.
Yes.
Go back. Yeah. My vote has to go to Ivar for yelling over the radio about how the bridge is no longer safe and just being in the middle of it all the whole time was impressive.
Yeah, I too will give mine to Ivar because they almost died for doing that, trying to take out those NATO traders. So, and also the tornado joke killed me. So, well done.
Awesome. Unfortunately, Spencer had to step away for just a moment. He is also getting ready for Mecha Hack, things of that nature. So we will get his vote offline at a later time. Thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure gaming with you tonight. Stay warm, keep your ammo well stocked, and remember, a +1 from armor will save you from criticals. Otherwise, Ivar would be dead. Have a wonderful night.